Istanbul, so often called the city of mystery.
İstanbul. Hakkında neler söylenmedi, neler yazılmadı. Tarihin, güzelliğin, camilerin, sarayların şehri.
The Leander Tower, the Bosphorus.
Benim içinse çocukluğumun, gençliğimin hatıraları demekti. Gemi ağır ağır yol alırken İstanbul'u bir defa daha görebilecek miyim diye bir şüphe düştü içime. Korkuyor muydum? Belki de. Çünkü tehlikeli bir salgın hastalık bölgesine gidiyordum. Birdenbire bir patlama duyuldu. İnsanlar koşuşturuyordu. Gemide bir kaza olmuştu. Merdivenlerden indim, yaralıları taşıyorlardı. Sert bakışlı bir adam yaralılara doğru ilerledi. Herhalde doktor olacak. Yardımcı arıyordu. Hemşire olduğumu öğrenince derhal işe başlamamı söyledi. Yaralılar tedavi edilmişti. Doktorun tecrübesine ve soğukkanlılığına hayran oldum.
Later in the lounge, when we had a well-deserved cup of coffee, he bypassed any personal conversation.
Salonda kahve içerken sorularıma verdiği cevapları kısa kesiyor, sinirli davranıyordu. Daha sonra kalktı, gitti.
I sat down, puzzled. The doctor remained a complete enigma to me. The days passed slowly as the ship sailed toward my destination.
Günlerce görünmedi. Nihayet son gece, geç vakit, güvertede bir köşede otururken gördüm. Yanına gittim.
Remember me? I'm a handful of instruments and golf.
Yes, of course, Miss Berger.
You haven't been very visible on this voyage.
I do my prowling at night when the rest of the ship's asleep.
I think you're just lonely.
Aren't we all? Aren't you?
Yes, very. But it hasn't made a cynic of me yet. If it had, I wouldn't be on this ship.
Why not?
Over there, people are dying like flies in the worst epidemic they've ever had.
You're volunteering as a nurse?
Yes, I am.
You'll be taking long chances.
I'm going there because I want to.
You're going to have company.
Company?
Why do you think I'm on this tub, in this God-forsaken part of the country?
Well, one would think. Only because you're trying to get away from it all.
Perhaps I am. And can you think of a better way than to tackle an epidemic?
I can think of nothing finer a doctor can do, even if it is just to run away. A friendly coastline greeted us the next day.
Ertesi sabah gemiyi sevimli bir kıyı karşıladı. Küçük beyaz evler tertemizdi. İskeleye ayak bastığımızda kalabalık bizi şaşırttı. Koşuşturanlar, yolcuları karşılayanlar, seyyar satıcılar. Hemen o tepelerin gerisinde amansız bir hastalığın ortalığı kasıp kavurduğunu kim tahmin edebilirdi? Salgın nedeniyle kurulmuş Kızılay kulübelerine girdik.
Thank you. Your credentials, Doctor?
Credentials? I don't carry my diploma in my vest pocket. I'm Dr. Haldun Errol. I'm offering my services. You can take them or leave them.
Sorry, Dr. Errol. I guess no papers are necessary.
Miss Berger will be my assistant. Will you make the necessary arrangements?
Yes, Dr. Errol, I'll arrange everything. Hassan! Hassan! Get a car for the doctor and the nurse right away. Please follow Hassan. And good luck on your trip.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Soon after that, we were crossing the mountains.
Kısa bir süre sonra dağları, vadileri aşıyorduk. Her yer sessiz, sakin ve güzeldi. Sanki bizi bekleyen dertler çok uzaktaydı. Salgın bölgesine girer girmez her şey aniden değişti. Arabamız durduğu zaman büyük bir çadırdan çıkan doktorlar bizi karşıladı.
The need is very great.
We want to help in any way that we can.
Thank you. Jalal will help you with your tents. We have no servants. The nurses take their turns in cooking. I trust you will not mind, Miss Berger?
Not at all. I'm an excellent cook.
This way.
It didn't take us long to get into our working clothes.
Kısa zamanda hazırlandık. Başhekim bizi büyük bir koğuşa götürdü. Kapıda asistanı Doktor Kemal'le tanıştık. Koğuştaki sıcaklık ve pis koku dayanılır gibi değildi. Sırayla konmuş yataklarda yatan hastalar ümitlerini kesmişti. Ölüm her yerde hissediliyordu.
It's getting worse. More patients coming every day.
Where are we going to put them?
I've sent for more equipment.
We certainly need it. I suggest immediate segregation of advanced cases.
You are right. It is necessary.
And I'll be glad to take them over, Doctor.
That's very kind. I can't thank you and Miss Berger enough.
As the epidemic kept on spreading in relentless fury.
Salgın acımasızca yayılıyordu. Kamptaki çalışma hızı son noktasına ulaşmıştı. Doktorlar, asistanlar, hemşireler, hepimiz gücümüzün kat kat üzerinde çalışıyorduk. Kurtardığımız her hastanın yerine daha fazlası geliyordu. Acil durum gündelik hayat haline gelmişti. Doktor Erol'u sık sık ağır hastalara bakması için çağırmak zorunda kalıyordu. Görünüşte her şey umutsuzdu ama Doktor Esat umudunu kaybetmiyordu. Geceleri çok geç saatlere kadar çalışıyorduk. Fakat aldırmıyorduk. Çünkü bu duruma alışmıştık. Beni en çok üzen çocuklardı. O hazin, korku dolu bakışları. Ama küçük Hatice bana korku değil, ümit ve sevgiyle bakıyordu.
Miss Selma, please, if I could only see your face.
Do you still want that so much, Hatice?
Oh yes, it would help so. I know you look like an angel.
Selma, Miss Berger! Don't do that. I forbid you ever to touch your mask anywhere in the contagion area.
Yes, Doctor.
Hachi, that's too dangerous for Nurse Selma. If she became sick, she couldn't take care of you and the other little children here. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Oh, no, Doctor.
Just look at her eyes, Hachi. When you are well, you shall see her face.
Does she look like an angel? Does she?
Yes, Hachi, she does. Look here, Miss Berger. This grind is too much for anyone. We'll have to find some relaxation.
Those poor people. There just isn't time for relaxation, even if we could find some.
We'll have to. At least let's go for a walk.
I'm glad you prescribed this. It's lovely. You know, you're even human out here. I could almost forget that you're the same cold, methodical person now, Doctor.
The Haldun is all right, so. I guess we've known each other long enough for that. Especially out here, away from everything. I take it for granted we're friends.
I hope so, Haldun.
On second thought, perhaps I use the term friends too extravagantly.
No, you haven't. You'll find that everyone at the hospital is your friend, Haldun. You've saved dozens of patients already.
Those were just primitive animals with nothing but muscles and basic vigor. Enough to throw off germs.
Don't you have faith in anything?
I've learned not to waste such a sentiment in a world where the principal human emotions are greed and selfishness. Perhaps we'd better talk about the weather.
I don't feel much like talking about anything now, Doctor.
It was Haldun a moment ago.
That was a moment ago.
Selma, what I just said had nothing to do with my opinion of you.
Why am I the exception?
You show nothing but unselfishness and self-sacrifice.
Is that so unusual?
Yes, it is.
You must have been hurt badly somewhere along the line. And not so long ago, either. He was hurt all
Hayata kırgın biriydi Haldun. Unutmak için kendini işe vermişti.
Oh,
It's late. We better get some sleep, Doctor.
You're right, I'm tired. Good night, Doctor.
Good night.
Have you seen Miss Barker?
Yes, Doctor. She's with Dr. Kemal.
Oh, she is. Where?
I think they're at the canteen.
Thank you.
Yes, I want to case, but that's the time.
So you're here?
Yes, Dr. Kemal and
I was looking for you.
Well, sit down, Dr. Haldon. Have a cup of coffee with us. It will do you good.
No, thank you.
Miss Barker kindly consented to help me in one of my difficult cases. We came here afterwards.
I see. Very well. Good night.
Excuse me, Kemal.
Of course.
What did you want, Haldon?
It doesn't matter now.
But there must have been something you wanted to talk to me about.
I said it didn't matter now, Selma. Kemal can manage without you. And you should be resting. And don't drink coffee, especially at this hour. It'll keep you awake. And I want you to sleep.
Yes, Doctor. Is there anything else, Doctor?
You don't think I'm jealous, do you?
Of course not. I never thought of such a thing. It's too impossible.
Why is it?
Please, it'll help until tomorrow.
There you are.
The doctor will take you in a moment. Dr. Haldon, quick, please. There's Selma's looking for you.
Where is she?
Over there. She's in your ward.
Go ahead, Doctor. We'll finish this. We're almost through.
Thank you.
Next in line.
Stay in line, Nancy.
Thank you,
All right,
Doctor.
sleep rolled up.
Please, Haldon, do something. She was so sweet. And she wanted so much to live. She wasn't just a patient. I loved her. And she believed in me. And I lost her. Please leave me alone, Haldon.
No, Selma, not back there just now.
Why do you bother about me or how I feel? Archie was just another patient. I'm just another nurse. This is just another epidemic.
Stop it, Selma. I want you to know you're one of the few people who really deserves the good things of life.
And don't get that.
You haven't, have you?
Perhaps my ideas are just twisted. Let's stop here, Haldon. I'm very tired. It looks like sort of a fairyland, doesn't it? Like the things we dream about and never reach.
Perhaps if you could reach them, they would be as miserable as you and I know that village to be.
Sometimes I have a dreadful feeling that the world is flying past me while I stand still.
Well, are you sure you aren't keeping yourself there? Tonight is the first time I've seen you give way to your feelings. Selma, what you need is a home, children. Why spend your life this way?
What's wrong with it?
Oh, it's very noble and wonderful, necessary, I know, but how is it possible you never married?
I almost did. Once.
What happened?
It isn't a very pleasant story.
I'd still like to hear it.
Well, we lived in Izmir most of the time. My father was a very...
Babam zengindi.
The two of us like...
Çoğu zaman İzmir'de yaşardık. Kardeşimle ben geceyle gündüz kadar birbirimizden farklıydık. O durmadan yeni ilişkiler kurar, bir maceradan diğerine koşardı. Her zaman aşıktı. Hatta nişanlımı bile elimden almayı başardı. Ben farkında değildim. Bulutların üzerinde yaşıyordu. Bir gece gizlice evlenip Paris'e kaçtılar. Üzülmedim diyemem. Çok kırılmıştım. Sonra toparlandım. Hemşire olmaya karar verdim. Başkalarına yardımcı olmak bana kendi dertlerimi unutturdu. Şimdi de buradayım.
I couldn't let myself trust anyone again.
Is it because you still think of him?
I hardly remember what he looked like.
Yet you let him shadow your whole life.
No, I know there are wonderful and decent men, but they haven't been for me. Something always stopped me.
Then it's still possible for the right man to bring you happiness.
Yes. If I could be certain he loved me enough.
Well, whoever does so will be most fortunate. Look, it's time we went back.
Yes, I guess it is.
Birkaç gece sonra Haldun birlikte sigara içmemizi istedi. Bu isteğini sevinerek kabul ettim. O anda bana bir şeyler söylemek istediğini hissettim.
Come on, let's have a cup of coffee.
Oh, I can't.
Why not?
My doctor has forbidden me to drink coffee at this hour. He says it's bad for me. He says it'll make me nervous. He says it'll keep me awake.
All right, all right. Have it your way.
Of course I'm going to have coffee with you. And that smile makes you look very young and handsome, Doctor. Lead on to the coffee pot.
It's cold. Put something on.
Why did you come here, Haldun? I mean, really, why?
I was running away. Everything I tried to do or hope for was falling apart. It even affected me in the treatment of my patients. I had to get away to give myself a chance to look at things squarely.
And you had that square look?
It's been a little difficult.
Out here away from everything? Why?
How can I look at anything else when my eyes are full of you?
Haldun.
It's late. You're tired. You better go on to bed.
What are you going to do?
I have some work at the dispensary.
Don't stay up too late.
I won't. Good night, dear.
Good night. I was restless that night. I woke up.
Gözüme bir türlü uyku girmedi. Uyandım. Haldun çadırında yoktu. Hemen üstüme bir şey giyip laboratuvara koştum. Uyuyordu.
Haldun, wake up. Haldun, Haldun.
Oh, Selma. Must have fallen asleep.
You did. I woke up and saw that you weren't in your tent. I was worried about you.
You didn't have to be.
Come on, it's time you were in bed.
Yes, yes, I suppose it is. What time is it?
It's after 2 o'clock. What is it, Haldun? Don't you feel well?
No, right. Just a headache.
Now get ready for bed.
Do you suppose there's any ice anywhere? Any cold water? I'm thirsty.
I'll get some. Haldun, are you all right?
Done that for me since I was 10 years old. Glad you were the first to do it. Somehow it seems very right.
Does it?
I've been wanting to take you in my arms for a very long time.
Why haven't you? I've wanted you to.
Because I know it would be wrong.
No, Haldun. It could never be wrong. Good night, my darling. You must rest. Sleep well.
Good night.
O sabah uyanır uyanmaz ilk işim Haldun'un çadırına bakmak oldu. Çadır boştu. Ancak bir sebebi olabilirdi. Salgın. Hemen giyindim. Koşarak çadırdan çıktım. Doktor Kemal'e rastladım. Ondan korktuğum şeyin doğru olduğunu öğrendim. Haldun'u tecrid etmişlerdi. Çadır karanlıktı.
Germs, you may have them now.
I haven't stayed away from the others. I certainly won't stay away from you.
You shouldn't have kissed me. You never should have kissed me.
Didn't you want me to, Haldun?
Of course I did.
I love you. The epidemic went on.
Salgın insafsızca devam ediyordu. Haldun çok hastaydı. Ona bakmak bana acı veriyordu. Kurtulacağından endişeliydim. Her gün konsültasyon yapıyorduk. Doktor Kemal ile gece gündüz yanından ayrılmıyorduk. Ateşi durmadan yükseliyordu. Onun için gereken her şey yapılmıştı. Bir gece sesiyle uyandım.
Selma, I'm married. Love at first sight. Should have looked again. Now it's too late. Too late. She'll never divorce me. Selma, forgive me.
Haldun.
Selma, I love you. No, I mustn't. Go away. Let me go. You hang on to me. I know. You hang on.
The fever is broken. Dr. Haldun is very lucky. Thanks to you, he has saved Selma.
You've been very kind, Kemal.
He will awaken now. I'll leave you alone.
Selma. How long have I been here?
Don't talk. You're much too weak. All you have to do now is rest, and you'll soon be up again.
The hospital. The others.
Everything's all right. The plague's almost over.
Look very tired, son.
There's no need to worry about me.
All right, son. I'll try and sleep because when I wake up, you'll still be here.
So you are really going to leave us. Miss Barker, I do not need to tell you how much we owe you and how deeply grateful we all are.
I was very proud to be able to help. Oh, give this to Dr. Errol.
Again, thank you.
Goodbye, Kemal.
Good luck, Selma.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Once again, I returned to Istanbul.
Kendimi tekrar İstanbul'da buldum. Bu şehrin bana salgını, Haldun'u, her şeyi unutturacağını sanıyordum. Aslında unutmak istediğim sadece Haldun'du. Kız kardeşimi senelerdir görmemiştim. Onu bulmak istiyordum. Yılların onu değiştirdiğini düşünüyordum. Tek ipucu kocasıydı. Eski nişanlım Enver. Bindiğim taksi, şehrin kötü bir semtinde, harap bir binanın önünde durdu. Geldiğimiz yer pek hoş görünmüyordu. Merdivenlerden çıkarken yanlış adrese geldiğimi düşünüyordum. Ancak kapıdaki isim adresin doğru olduğunu gösteriyordu. Kapı açıldığında neyle karşılaşacağımı merak ediyordum.
Selma! I don't believe it. Selma Beck.
Hello, Enver.
When did you come to Istanbul?
I arrived yesterday.
Well, sit down, sit down. This strictly calls for a drink. You know, we haven't had one of these together for too many years.
It's a little early in the day for that, isn't it, Enver? It isn't 10 o'clock yet.
What's that got to do with it? Any hour is perfect for an occasion like this.
None for me, thank you. But don't let me interfere with your routine.
Well, we'll save the drinks for later. I thought I needed one. Seeing you again after all these years. Selma, about the time of the wedding. I always wanted to...
It happened so long ago, it doesn't matter now, Enver.
But I still want to.
Please, Enver. I'm a little surprised to find an Oxford man in this part of town.
I've had some tough breaks. I haven't had anything but tough breaks. Now look, Selma, we've owed it to each other to talk this out for a good many years.
I didn't know I owed you anything, Enver.
Well, then I owe it to you. You coming in like this, the last person I expected to see. And the one person I've been wanting to see for so long.
Calm yourself, Enver. Let me get to the point. I came to Istanbul to find Nejla.
Nejla?
What's so amusing?
Didn't you know? She walked out on me years ago.
You're divorced.
You guessed it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. We're not.
Is she still here?
Yes, she is.
But he wouldn't tell where
Necla'nın yerini ancak onunla yemeğe çıkarsam anlatacağını söyledi. Dans ederken aşık rolüne başladı.
I mean it. I never stopped being crazy about you.
Really, Enver, you're being childish. Come on now, what's her address?
She lives on the Bosphorus.
Street and number, please.
Hisar Road 27.
Hisar Road.
Hey, waiter.
Please, Enver, let's go.
I need you, Selma. I've always needed you. With you, I'll straighten out again. Get back to my law.
Enver, stop acting like an adolescent. I've had enough of it. Call the waiter and let's go.
Give me the check. It's impossible, but it happened. Somebody stole my wallet. Or I lost it. I'm sorry. I'll mail you a check tomorrow.
Don't bother. Let's just call it my part.
Well, the next one will be on me.
There won't be a next one, Enver. Don't bother. I can find my way home. And when I see Nejla, I'm going to thank her.
For what?
For saving me from being married to you. Good night, Enver. Enver's unwarranted appearance.
Enver'in birkaç gün sonra aniden gelişi beni çok şaşırttı.
Breathtaking view.
Come on, what do you want?
Now look, Selma, I've come here to help you.
Well, how silly. And what makes you think I need help?
Just intuition on my part.
Please come to the point.
I want to talk to you about a doctor.
Suppose you stop stalling.
All right. Let's say you have a problem. A geometric one with too many obstructing angles. Especially one named Nejla. I happen to have the solution that will provide a straight line from you to the doctor.
What are you driving at?
The way to solve your problem. Nejla thinks she's sitting pretty, but she can be skidded right out of your path.
Really?
I have so much on her it would fill a book. In fact, it does fill a book. One I've prepared with special care. It would make interesting reading in any court. Show it to any judge, and you can have your doctor.
Go on.
Well, that's all. Except the book is for sale.
I thought so.
A real bargain for a rare first edition.
I'm not interested in them.
Now look, Selma,
I tell you I'm not interested. You're even cheaper than I thought you were.
You're throwing away your one chance.
Oh, no, I'm throwing you out. Don't try to come back.
You're being foolish. You'll never get this chance again.
You're so right. Because you'll never be near enough to make such a detestable proposition again. Now, please go. Errol, I've simply got to see you. No, I'll meet you at the park. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. I had to see you, Errol. I just had to see you.
You mustn't be disturbed like this, Selma. We knew we would face some unpleasantness.
But must it be so sordid?
Why do you say that? What has happened now?
Enver Garan offered to sell me evidence against Nejla this morning.
You should have thrown him out.
I did.
This present situation is farcical. I'm going to force Ezra to take action now, or I'll take it myself.
Oh, no, I can't let you push Nejla aside to make way for me. We can't build our happiness on that dirt.
We don't want happiness with a shadow over it.
What else can there be for us?
I don't know, unless Nejla gives us the answer herself. Maybe I'd better go away for a while.
You're not running away again. Just knowing you're near means more to me than I can say.
I'm not running away. I just want to go someplace where I can rest and relax.
I haven't had a real vacation since the epidemic, and either of you.
I'm waiting for a chance to share it with you.
I wish that were possible.
Selma, unless this means everything, it doesn't mean anything. If we let ugly people and ugly minds distress us, that's helping their purpose. We must not let them.
We won't. And thank you, Errol. Right now, I'm strong. Help me to go on being strong. Oh, come in and sit down.
Hello, Mrs. Biricon.
Well, I hope you have something to report this time.
I haven't. Well, it's no use, Mrs. Biricon. I came here today to quit. You've had me trailing them for weeks, but there just isn't anything to trail. The doctor's been with her just once, in all the time I've been on the case.
When was that?
A few days ago. So, they saw each other, and that was that. Ever since the doctor moved to his club, it's been a vicious circle. Office, hospital, club. Office, hospital, club.
Oh, stop that. What about her?
Well, her routine isn't quite as monotonous. She goes out and walks for hours, and do my arches hate it. Then she takes in an occasional movie. I've been seeing a lot of pictures lately.
Please, you're being ridiculous. And how do you know what they both do when you can only follow one?
Mrs. Biricon, that's elementary. What difference does it make which one I follow? All you care about is when they get together. And if they do, I can't miss. I'll be tailing either one or the other. See? It's simple.
Well, they can't keep this up forever. We're bound to get someplace soon.
You're going to get no place at all. They're just plain nice people.
I'm not interested in your philosophy, and I'm certainly not paying you for your opinions.
Okay, have it your way, but you're wasting your money.
Well, then I'll waste some more. I want you to stay on the job. I know they'll crack. They'll have to.
Could be, but we're going to get awfully tired of waiting.
Maybe I won't have to wait at all. All right, you may go now.
I'll call you if necessary. I still think we're wasting our time. Goodbye, Mrs. Biricon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nejla, may I come in? If you must. So this is where you meditate. You didn't come up here to tell me that. What's on your mind, Nejla? Selma, darling, you're so unsisterly. I hadn't noticed. Aren't you going to offer me a drink? No, I'm not. You're a bit too independent, dear. I don't think so. Oh, but you are. And I wouldn't be if I were you. Oh, I've just come from my lawyer. You don't seem to be interested. I'm not. You should be. We talked only about you. I'm getting a little bored, Nejla. Suppose we get this over with. Let's. I came here to give you a friendly warning. I'm very concerned and worried about you. I think you should go away. In fact, I'm telling you to leave town. Aren't you a little presumptuous? No, you are. If you think I'm going to sit by and let this go on forever, I'm sick and tired of the whole business, and I'm going to put a stop to it once and for all. I didn't know there was anything that had to be stopped. Don't be so smug. You know all the trouble you caused me. I never caused you any trouble. You know that. You were ready to call it quits long before I ever entered the picture. That's not true. What are you leading up to anyway? Just this. Unless you get out, I'm going to file an action that'll blast you and Errol all the way from here to China. You'll do nothing of the sort. You have absolutely no grounds for any such move. All I have to do is file a single charge and every newspaper will eat it up. You wouldn't deliberately ruin Errol, just for spite. Don't fool yourself, Selma. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. If you don't get out of here now. So, it's up to you. She was right.
Dediği doğruydu. Yapamayacağı şey yoktu. İstemesem de gitmek zorundaydım. Bunu Erol'a bildirmek çok üzdü beni.
Miss Selma Berger, please.
I'm sorry, sir. Miss Berger's left town.
Left? When?
This afternoon, sir.
Would you please give me her forwarding address?
She didn't leave any.
Any number where she can be reached?
No, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Birkan. I have to talk to you, Nejla.
Not now. We're just going out.
First, you listen to me. Please wait outside. Now, look here. I told you to get out.
How dare you?
Shut up. What have you done to Selma?
Why? Has something happened to her?
That's what I'm going to find out. Where is she?
How should I know? The last I heard, she was crying her heart out over you.
When did you see her last?
What makes you think I've seen her at all?
She's left town without a word.
Maybe your conscience finally caught up with her.
Now look, Nejla, I won't stand for any more nonsense. Now tell me, where is Selma?
I don't know. I don't know anything about her. And what's more, I don't care.
I know you're lying. Don't try my patience too long.
Patience? I'm the one who's been patient waiting for you to come to your senses.
I already have. You can rest assured I'll find Selma no matter where she is.
Good. Suppose you start looking for her right now.
Not just yet. Before I go, there's one more thing. I'm asking you for the last time to give me a divorce.
I'm glad it's the last time because the answer's still the same. No.
Then you force me to take matters into my own hands.
I'd like to see how far you get. You haven't anything on me or you'd have used it long ago.
Then this should come as a surprise to you. I have everything on you I'll ever need. Shall I be explicit and go into details?
Don't bother.
This is the finish between us, Nejla.
Do what you want. But remember this. One move from you and I'll fight you in a way that'll brand both you and Selma for what you are.
So that's how you drove Selma away, with such phony threats. Well, they won't work with me. Selma and I have nothing to fear from you or anyone else. I'm calling your cheap bluff, Nejla.
Hello? Well, Nejla, what's wrong?
Does something have to be wrong? Errol has just left here. I'm in a spot, Enver.
You mean he's finally found out about you?
I'm going to fight him.
How?
That's just it. I don't know.
And you want me to figure it out?
Something like that. But for how much?
For 1,000 liras retainer, I'll sleep over it.
All right. Call me in the morning and we'll get together. Good night.
Good night. We both know very well he'd never proceed unless he was certain of the outcome.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Looks like you're cornered.
I could always smear them and cause a big scandal.
No, you can't. It'd just backfire on you. They could clear themselves easily, and you'd be in a worse spot.
You're a great help.
Do you know where Selma is now?
Yes. I had her followed. She's up at Yalova.
Visiting somebody?
No, she's alone. She's staying in a small lodge she rented.
Oh, I see. Nejla, right now you're trapped.
That's a brilliant deduction.
If you could get out of the trap, it would be worth a lot to you, wouldn't it?
It certainly would.
Suppose you make it worth a lot to me, too.
I might, if you had anything to offer.
I have. I have the way out for you.
What is it?
My fee for that will be pretty high. But it still will leave you a lot more than you'll get otherwise. Ready to make a deal?
Why do you suppose I came to a crooked lawyer like you?
This isn't a matter of law, except in the sense of results, which will be valuable in court.
What do I care what it is? As long as it works.
Here's what we'll do.
Hello? Is Mrs. Barron there? There's no one here by that name. You must have the wrong number. Oh, I'm sorry. She's there. It's 9 o'clock. Your turn now.
We can't afford any slip-ups. You sure he's in his office? If he isn't, we're up here for nothing.
I told you this is the night of the week he's always there. Don't worry, he'll be in the office till 10 o'clock.
All right, here we go. Get me Istanbul 47456.
Yes?
Dr. Birkan, please.
This is he.
This is Dr. Orhan Tamel. I'm calling you from Yalova. About a Miss Selma Berker.
Miss Baker? Where is she? What's happened?
She was thrown off a horse and badly injured. She suffered a bad concussion and a compound fracture of the right leg. She's been calling for you constantly.
All right, Doctor. What's the address?
She's at her lodge, Yalova, Nala Road, number 18.
Nala Road, number 18. Thank you for calling, Doctor. Tell her I'll be right up.
You look as if it worked.
What did you expect?
Good. I'll wait till she's ready to go to bed. Then I'll come back. We'll wait until Errol passes. Then it's up to you. And what about that witness?
Don't worry, he'll be here in a half hour. Now get going before Selma has a chance to walk out.
Right. Who is it? It's Nejla. Let me in. Hello, Selma. Well, how did you know I was here? Does it matter? Not especially. What are you doing here at this hour? I'm sorry. I wouldn't be barging in this late, but I had a flat tire on the way up. Never mind the excuse. What are you doing up here at all? I had to talk to you. Now, look, Nejla. You're on your own. I did my part and stepped out entirely. But you didn't step out soon enough. If you don't mind, I'd like to go to bed. Oh, stop being so high-minded. Look at you. Look where you are and where I am. You should be so grateful that I've let you stay where you are. As if you had any other choice. But I did, Nejla. I had plenty of chances to play it your way, if I'd wanted to. I suppose Errol's been talking to you. No, Nejla. It was Enver. Enver who? Enver Garan, of course. Enver Garan, I don't believe it. You're lying. You know I'm not. And how could Enver have helped you? He offered to sell me all the evidence necessary. You're lying again. Why are you so angry if you think I'm lying? When did you see him? He came to see me. Enver came to see you? He tried to sell me out. What did you expect? He fooled me. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. If it'll give you any satisfaction, I wouldn't even listen to him. He double-crossed me. Do you hear? He double-crossed me. But I'll get him. I'll get him.
I wonder what's keeping her. She ought to be back. She has no business staying there so long. Please tell me how to get to Nolly Road. Turn around here. It's 100 yards to your right, sir. Fine, thank you. Get in there quick. Call 933. If Selma answers, tell her you want to talk to Nejla. Tell her you and your wife are expecting her and you want to check out.
Okay. I know what I'm supposed to say. Nejla. Open up! Open up!
Errol. Nejla. What happened?
She's had an accident. But you, Selma, you're all right?
Of course I'm all right. Why shouldn't I be?
I'll tell you later.
Put her right over there.
I had a fake call that you were hurt. Never mind that now. Hurry, get my case. It's in the car.
She's coming too.
She'll have to have immediate surgery.
But how?
I don't know. To move in now might be fatal.
You've got to do it, Errol. There's no other choice.
It's going to be awfully close.
You're going to let me die. That's what you want. That's what you're planning, isn't it? You're going to kill me. Don't come near me. Don't touch me. Either of you. I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
We've got to save her, Errol. The table. We'll use the table.
Fine. Those lights, put them over there. All right, let's go. Start giving ether. Adrenaline. Quick.
You can't slip. You mustn't.
Don't worry.
Errol, darling, you made it.
Thank heaven it's over.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Don't talk. Of course you're alive, and you're going to get well. You fools. You poor fools. Hello, you two. How are you, Nesla?
Hello.
I hear you did quite a job on me.
We were lucky.
No, you were just foolish, as always. You know what I was trying to do.
It became fairly obvious.
What do you think I'll do now?
Nothing. Go back home.
No, Errol, I'm not going back, except to get my things. Oh, it's not that I'm changing or reforming, but I can't fight you two any longer. You don't need a divorce, Errol.
What did you say?
It's true. My divorce wasn't final when I returned from Paris. Then I met you. I wanted all the things you had. Yes, I rushed you into a wedding while I still had a long time to go before I'd actually be free. So, our marriage wasn't legal. Ask Denver. He knows I've paid him plenty to keep quiet. That means you're free, Harold. You told me I'd settle matters your way, and I guess I have.
Leslie, darling.
Now go away, both of you, or you'll have me cry. And I hate to cry.
Have all the shadows gone, Selma?
Yes, Harold. They've all gone.